Hello everyone, my name is Asia. I can't wait to flow with you today. Today will be a short and sweet and challenging power yoga flow that's going to be full body. So you're going to feel it everywhere, definitely in your core, probably a little bit in your butt, your side butt, full butt experience. And it's going to be challenging, but this is a time for you. So get your space prepared and let's get going. It's going to be short and sweet, but it's going to be something that's still going to leave you feeling powerful and energized for the rest of your day. So get your space however you want. You know I like plants, I have water, I have a block if I might need it, my mat. So however it feels good to you to set up your space, create the space for you, because at the end of the day, this is for you. So when you're ready, you can get down on your mat in a comfortable seating position. However that is for you, that might be sitting back on your ankles, or maybe an easy pose with your legs crossed, or in a butterfly, however feels good for you. And then as always, I have a playlist there. So you can just press play on that and then meet me in whatever seated pose is good. Your hands can rest on your legs, on the mat next to you. Maybe they're at heart center, in prayer. Either one, wherever your body falls naturally, because this is just the beginning. This is the start. So just allow yourself to take a moment and to breathe. And you start with some easy breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Very easy. Just enough to get you grounded in the moment, ready to start your flow, and take notice of how you feel. Not every day is going to be your perfect day, but take notice of how your body feels, because it's really fun to, at the end of class, notice how your body might feel stronger, how your mind might feel more free and released and at peace. So just take notice of your entire self. And then we're going to start to breathe deeper, taking full breaths. So a full breath in through the nose, pausing at the top, expanding through your chest, and then exhaling through the mouth, releasing anything that we do not need in our practice today. This time we're going to inhale through the nose, keep the lips together, and exhale again through the nose, creating that warming ujjayi breath that we always do during our practice together. And then just take a few of those on your own, at your own pace. Just getting your body settled, ready to move, ready to flow, ready to be strong. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, lift your arms up overhead, palms together. And then on your exhale, open up toward the right side. You can have a T-twist happening, so your arms are extended, left arm extended in front of you, right arm extended behind you. So really opening up through that right shoulder, keeping your spine nice and long all the way up through your neck and the crown of your head. On the next inhale, arms come back up overhead. And then exhale, T-twist open to the other side. This is, again, just the start. So you might feel a little tense in your shoulders, but just allow yourself to breathe through it and notice it. On your next inhale, lift your arms back up overhead, and then exhale your hands back down to heart center. All right, let's get started. So rock forward onto tabletop. So your palms come to the mat, your wrists are stacked under your shoulders, and your knees are stacked under your hips. From here, drop your belly button toward the mat. Lift your Gaze up, and your tailbone is also pointing up toward the sky. You're in a cow pose. Then belly button draws in. Tuck your tailbone. Crown of head comes toward the mat, rounding your spine for cat. Now inhale up to cow. Exhale, curving the spine, tucking the tailbone for cat. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Perfect. Come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes. And then lift your knees just a couple inches off the mat. Really expanding wide through the fingertips for a nice grounded support. And then breathe. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3. Really engaging the core. And lift the hips up and back. First downward facing dog. Walk out your feet. So your heels, each one pressing into the mat one by one. Keeping those fingertips spread wide. And you're just drawing your chest towards your legs. If you're feeling a little tight in this pose today, keep your legs bent in this pose for now. Just to really get that full stretch and allow your neck to release. From here, slow walk up to your hands, looking up towards your hands, landing in a forward fold. Really allowing your knees to still be bent here as you rest your chest onto your thighs and maybe reach behind you to stretch even deeper. When you're ready, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to stand. Your head is the last thing to rise. You're going to roll your shoulders up and down your back. Palms shine forward. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Your gaze is strong and forward for a mountain pose. From here, inhale your hands up overhead, just like we did before. Palms together, looking up towards your thumbs. And then exhale back down for forward fold. All right, from here, you're going to keep your right leg straight as your left leg bends and you're coming up onto the ball of your left foot. From here, you're going to keep your left hand on the mat while your right arm goes up toward the sky. So you're twisting open to the right, really stacking your shoulders and expanding wide through the chest. And then bringing your right hand back down, you're going to switch. So your right leg is going to bend, coming up onto the ball of your right foot. Left leg stays straight, right hand to the mat, left hand extends up overhead. Breathing here, don't forget to breathe through the stretching. Just getting your body open and ready for your practice. From here, bring both hands back down to the mat. Bend your knees even more so that both palms can plant in front of you. And then step your right foot back and step your left foot back. From here, we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Forehead comes down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Palms are still planted right by your sides. And then keeping your elbows in towards your body, you're going to lift your head up off the mat for a baby cobra. So squeezing those shoulder blades together on your back. Inhaling here, and then exhale as your forehead comes back down to the mat. Tuck your toes, and then press yourself up to plank. Hips come up and back for downward facing dog. Sinking those heels as much as you can into the mat. Fingertips wide. All right, from here, you're going to bring yourself into a plank, engaging your core, pulling it in, maybe lengthening out your plank so that your spine is long and straight. And then hips come up and back for downward facing dog. You're going to repeat that a few more times, so down to plank. Exhaling for downward facing dog. So do it on your breath. Inhale for plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing. Okay, from here, bend your knees if they aren't already. Look up towards your hands and hop or step to your hands, landing in a forward fold. From here, rise all the way up to stand, just like we did before, landing in mountain pose. From here, we're going to bring our weight onto our right foot and lift the left knee up towards your chest. You're in one leg Tadasana. From here, arms reach up overhead, inhale, and then exhale. You're gonna open up toward the right side in a T twist. Breathing here a moment for balance, for support. Making sure your hips stay square here. Only your upper body is twisting open toward the right. And then inhale your hands back up overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to send your left foot back behind you. As your fingertips come down toward the mat, you're gonna come into a half split, standing split. So you're going to send, as your right leg is grounded and stable on the mat, your left leg reaches further up behind you. Really flex through that left foot, and your fingertips are going to reach back toward the back of the mat. You're going to try to bring your torso as close as you can to your right leg, keeping those hips square. So there's a tendency to externally rotate your left hip. So just send that hip down and intentionally rotate it toward your midline. From here, you're going to step back all the way into a low lunge. From here, we're going to twist open to the right. So your left palm stays on the mat on the inside of your right foot, and then you're going to reach up with your right hand toward the sky, opening up. From here, drop your left knee, and then extend your right foot behind you. So you're in a side plank, but it's a supported side plank. So your right fingertips are up toward the sky, and your left knee is on the mat. From here, you can send your right arm more up overhead this way, stretching through your side body, and then lift your right leg and drop it back down to the mat. We're going to repeat that a few more times. So lift your right leg, drop it to the mat. Lift it up, drop it to the mat. 6, 5, you got this. 4, 3, 2, and one more. 1. Amazing. All right, moving back into a tabletop. So your knees are both on the mat and your hands are planted in front of you. So from this tabletop pose, you're going to tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Amazing. From here, you're going to bend your knees, look up towards your hands, and then hop or step to a forward fold. So we're repeating this on the other side. Roll all the way up to stand, palms shine forward. You're in a mountain pose. From here, bring your weight onto your left foot this time. Right knee lifts up off the mat, flexing through that right foot. Inhale as your hands come up overhead. And then exhale as you twist open, T-twist toward the left side. So your hips are square and you're opening up toward the left, fingertips strong in either direction. And then inhale your arms back up overhead. And then as you exhale, you know what's next. We're going to come into a standing split. So you're kicking your right leg back. And as your right leg comes back, you're going to move your torso down towards your left leg, really supporting yourself through that standing leg. Fingertips can come toward the back of the mat, or maybe holding on to your standing leg heel, or maybe on a block, whatever feels good for you, sending the crown of your head toward the mat. Breathing here a moment. Inhale, and then exhale your right leg back on the mat. You're in a low lunge. From here, you're going to open up toward the left side. So your right hand stays on the mat as you lift your left hand up toward the sky, opening up. From here, drop the right knee. Send your left leg behind you so you're in a supported side plank. Right arm could come closer to your ear as you extend it up toward the top of the mat. And then lift your left leg up off the mat and then drop it down. We're going to repeat that. Lift it off the mat. Drop it down. Lift it up. Drop it down. All right. Now, again, 6, 5, 4. Amazing job. 5, 3, 2, and one more. 1. Awesome. Now, bringing yourself back into a tabletop. So, palms on the mat, knees on the mat. From here, we're going to drop onto our forearms. You can cup one of your fists with the other hand or put them in a prayer, however feels nice for you. And then you're going to step your right foot back and your left foot back so you're in a forearm plank. From here, we're going to lift the right leg, drop it back down. Lift the left leg. Drop it back down. Repeat that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Without getting out of this plank, lift yourself up. Left palm on the mat, right palm on the mat. You're in a full plank. From here, chaturanga. Lower halfway down. Inhale yourself up for upward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, pressing into the shoelace side of your feet, and then flip over your toes for downward facing dog. All right, you're feeling hot, you're feeling ready to move on to the next part of our flow. All right, on your next inhale, lift your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Flexing through that right foot, keeping your hips square. From here, bring your knee to your nose and then step it through between your hands. Right away, lift up into high lunge. So you're keeping your hips square and your arms are up, extended over you. And you probably can guess what we're going to do next. We're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale. Open up toward the right side for a T-twist. Breathing here a moment. Feeling your engagement in your low body. Don't forget about that. Think about how your low body is engaged and how that engagement, that power rises all the way up toward your head, out into the sky. And then cartwheel your arms backward as you open up to warrior 2. Amazing. From here, straighten out your right leg and then point your right toes toward the side of your mat, and you're going to land in a flying warrior. Take a moment to inhale here as you lift up out of your hips, really stretching up, long spine. And then fold forward as you exhale. From here, we're going to keep our left hand planted on the mat and then lift our right arm up toward the sky. So you're twisting open to the right side. Taking a moment here to breathe. From here, you're going to keep this T-twist, but you're going to rise up to stand. So you're in flying warrior legs in a T-twist. From here, lift both arms up overhead, so flying warrior again. And then turn your right toes back to the front of the mat. Rebend your leg, you're in a warrior 2. From here, cartwheel your hands to a low lunge, framing the right foot. And then from here, you're gonna twist open, just as we did before from the low lunge, keeping the left hand on the mat. Right hand comes up overhead. This time, not a supported plank, full side plank. So send your right foot back on top of your left, sending your hips way up to the sky to engage the left side body. From here, you can bring your right arm closer to your right ear, lift your right leg up off your leg and drop it back down. We're gonna do that 3 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Coming into a plank. and then taking your flow, lowering halfway down or all the way to the mat, lifting up to baby cobra or full cobra, and then flipping over your toes, landing in a downward facing dog. All right, cool. We're going to do that on the other side. So when you're ready, left leg lifts up and back behind you, three-legged dog. Keeping that left foot flexed, hips are square. Bringing your knee to your nose, and then step your left foot between your hands. You're in a low lunge. From here, all the way up, high lunge. Hips are square, arms extend up overhead. From here, inhale, exhale, open up to T-twist to your left side. Making sure to keep those hips square, arms are lengthened out. Breathing here a moment, and then cartwheeling your hands backward and opening up to warrior two. Nice, easy, powerful transition. From here, straighten your left leg. Bring your left toes toward the side of your mat. Arms come up overhead. You're in a flying warrior. From here, we're going to inhale one more time. Exhale as we fold forward. Keeping our right hand on the mat, our left hand is going to go all the way up toward the sky. So you're twisting open to the left. Breathing here a moment. And then on your next inhale, bring yourself up. So standing, keeping that T-twist happening. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, arms come back up overhead, flying warrior. And then rebend your front leg, left leg coming back into a warrior two. Amazing work. From here, cartwheel your hands to frame the foot. You're going to be in a low lunge. You know what's next? We're going to twist open to the left side. So your right hand stays planted on the mat, left fingertips up toward the sky. From here, side plank. So your left foot goes on top of the right, balancing on the outer edge of the right foot. Hips up, up, up toward the sky. Fingertips up toward the sky, pulling you up. Left arm can come closer to the left ear, and then lift your left foot up, and then back down. 3 more times, up and down. 2, woo, last one, 1. Amazing, coming back into a plank. And then take your flow. Lowering halfway down. Inhale as you go into cobra, and then flipping over your feet for downward facing dog. All right, one more thing we have to do. Go up to a plank. Lower onto your forearms, just as we did before. This time, you're going to step your right foot out to the side. Bring it back. Left foot out to the side. Bring it back. Repeat that. 10, 9, keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, rise up into full plank. We're going to do shoulder taps. So right hand lifts and touches the left shoulder. Bring it down. Left hand lifts, touches the right shoulder. Bring it down. Another 10, 9. You can do this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Bring your knees down. Sink down into child's pose. All right, guys, that is very difficult work. I'm sweating. We're getting hot and steamy. Listen, if you made any excuses during your practice, how can you allow those thoughts? It's okay if they happen. It's okay if you drop your knee sometimes, if you do a supported pose instead of the full pose. All of that is fine, whatever your body needs. But there's a difference between what your body needs and then just making excuses because you think it's too challenging. Trust me, whatever it is that you think you can do, you can probably do more. But for now, you've done it. And I'm so proud of you. We've had such a great flow. So send your fingertips up toward the mat, forehead to the mat. You're in a child's pose. Just allow your breath to just come back to you. I'm definitely a bit out of breath, as you can tell by my speaking. So just let that breath become easy again. Allow your chest to expand with air. Fill your torso with air. And then let it out either through the nose or through the mouth, whatever feels best for you. Giving yourself a few more breaths here. Just feeling steady, feeling grounded after a physically demanding flow. How does it feel to have your mind at peace here? Your body in a state of rest, a state of cool down. And then bring your fingertips toward your body as you lift yourself up, landing in Thunderbolt. From here, bring your legs in front of you. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, just roll down all the way onto your back. Your feet can stay planted in front of you. We're going to twist to each side. So you can bring your hands out, extended, or into cactus. And then your knees are going to, on top of each other, move to the left side. And then you're going to gaze toward the right. So we're going to do some spinal twists here. Just breathing through that stretch and allowing your body a chance to cool down. Bring your knees back up to center, and then send them over to the right side, gazing toward the left. Again, just breathing. All right, from here, bring your knees back up to center, and then allow them to extend out in front of you. You're going to find Shavasana. Palms can shine up toward the sky, your eyes can close. And just allow your body a moment. You're fully supported by the earth beneath you. Take notice of how your body feels after your practice. And take notice of how your body might have been doing the work, but was your mind racing, trying to find an excuse, or was your mind racing, thinking of other things happening in your life? And notice exactly when those things were happening. Was it happening during the moments of rest during the class? Was it happening during the most challenging parts? And work on how to connect your body and mind so that in every moment during your flow, you feel at one with yourself so that you can fully flow through that and find power within you to push through. And to use your breath to ground you down in each moment and find your strength. I'm going to give you just a few moments on your own to breathe, and I'll guide you out when it's time. All right, when you're ready to come out of it, just allow your breath to deepen a bit to bring you back into your space. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, do a good morning stretch, whatever gets you back into the moment. You can keep your eyes closed during this. Just roll onto one side of your body, using your bicep as a pillow, hugging your knees into your chest, thanking your body for what it's done today, It was a very challenging flow, so just giving yourself the space to find out what that means for your body. And to realize that every time that you practice yoga, you're going to progress forward. It can be a little step, it can be a big step, but any step you take during your practice is enough. Everything is worthy of a huge celebration of amazing amounts of self-love. So hug your body in this moment as you thank it for what it's done today, and thank yourself for bringing you to this practice. And then press yourself up into a seated pose, whatever feels natural for you. And you can keep your eyes closed. We're just going to take one more deep breath together, inhaling through the nose, pausing at the top, and then a deep exhale through the mouth, letting any last thing out that you don't need for the rest of your day or night, whenever it is for you. And then bring your hands to heart center and then bow down so your thumbs are at your third eye. The light and power in me sees and honors the light and power in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me. It was so much fun. It was very good, very challenging work. We got hot and steamy, as I always say. And I hope to see you again next week when we flow together again. Let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, anything you'd like to see in class. And I can't wait to do it again soon. Bye.